focus on that instead.
All right, Caitlin and Ed, thank you so much for that. Stand by. I do want to ask you, since you guys are there on the ground, do you have any more information about some of the hecklers that we heard at the beginning, especially when Cory Booker was making his introduction? Do you know what they were saying? We could hear something, we could hear a disturbance, but we didn't quite know what was going on. Do you have any more information about that?
So those of us here in the filing center were told that those first group of people were specifically protesting that that New York police officer is still on the job despite his involvement in Eric Garner's death, the gentleman from Staten Island. I'm forgetting the police officer's name, but what they were saying was fire him, essentially. That's a knock at Mayor Bill de Blasio of New York, who, as he said during the debate, is still going through the process of reviewing the case and had to wait to do so because the federal government was doing it. They took a pass on it. He said tonight it should be resolved within 30 days. He did not say whether or not he would support actually firing the officer, as several of his competitors did, but that was directed, we believe, at the mayor. We should point out, in years past, they've allowed at least one reporter, not with the host, the broadcast host, to be in the room and sort of represent all of us as a pool. We don't have that so far this year. I think there was a case made there that perhaps we should have some kind of neutral press observer in the hall for moments just like that, so we can quickly clarify what it was exactly they were concerned about. Twice there were interruptions tonight for protesters. It was that one, and then later when the former vice president was talking,
right.
And we're not quite sure what that was about.
All right, thank you for clarifying. And Caitlin and Ed, stand by, and Major Garrett has some more information on that.
Well, what you could hear faintly from the audience was talking about deportations.
Okay.
There were accusations against the Obama administration through some in the Hispanic community that he was the deporter-in-chief. That was a particularly aggressive complaint about the record level, had
Under
never before
President
seen,
Obama, right.
under President Obama, to deport those here in the country without proper documentation.
And that's accurate.
And it is accurate.
Yeah.
And the numbers are are still larger than under the Trump administration. Right. And that was something that the vice president was asked, do you support or do you not support? And he skirted that answer twice because it's a very difficult subject for Joe Biden to talk about in this current context. But that's what the second protest was.